everybody. This is Angela from Texas, and you're listening to Five Picks and a Chick featuring El Gato. This show is a show that gives you 5 NFL picks for people who love football and friendly wagering. Today, we are joined by our special guest, Kevin. Thanks for being with us, Kevin.
Oh, you're welcome. Glad to be here.
Thank you. All right, El Gato, last week we both went 1-4. Ouch, it hurts.
Yeah, that one did hurt. Of course, the autopsy report on that didn't read too well. But you know what? We had several games that we were up in the fourth quarter. Ravens, Buccaneers were up, with about a minute and a half to play. Ravens were up, gave up a 92-yard drive there at the end. I mean, those are, those hurt. They hurt there at the end when the team can backdoor the cover or even come out winning outright. So, that's football. And, these picks seems like the last 3 or 4 weeks have been coming down to last possession, fourth quarters. And, wow, I wish I was on the other side of that bet sometimes, but that's the way it goes.
Yeah, I agree. You didn't mention that Titans-Bengals game, and that Titans, isn't that football 101? You don't touch the hiker? Oh, my God. It's like, What are you thinking, guy? But anyway, That's the way it goes. That's football. Football is definitely not for the weak in heart. So, weak at heart, I should
That's
say.
why we have we're lucky to have another NFL week to play some bets or play some picks, and we'll see how it goes.
That's right. All right. For my first pick this week, it is going to be the Jets +3 at Minnesota Vikings. This is a battle between a strong Jets defense against a strong Viking offense. Last week, the Vikings benefited from a couple of costly miscues by the New England Patriots special teams. The Jets defense is playing consistently well, which should keep Cousins uncomfortable in the pocket, and this will help the Jets come away with a win. Do you have any thoughts on this game, El Gato?
I do. You're right about the Jets playing some solid defense, and the Vikings seem to be struggling when they play some strong defensive teams. You take the Cowboys, for example. Take the Eagles, for example. There are only 2 losses, the Vikings, I'm saying. But, the Vikings, came back, kind of redeemed themselves after that poor showing against the Cowboys a couple of weeks ago. They put up 30-plus points against the Patriots, which, they don't have a bad defense either. Vikings playing at home, it's a +3 with the Jets. But on this one, I'm going to take the better quarterback, Cousins, over the Jets quarterback. That's -3 Vikings. I like it better at -2.5. I'll go with the Vikings on this one.
Kevin, do you have any comments on that?
I do, Angela. I'm thinking the way you are. I like the Jets with the +3, and the reason why they're 4-1 this year across the spread on the road, and with the way they've been playing recently, with Mike White coming in and giving them an energy boost, in my opinion, they seem to be on the up and up, whereas Minnesota, they're 3-0 against the AFC East this year. I think it's kind of hard to run the table against the divisional opponents that you're assigned to every year. Albeit, they won the close one against Buffalo a few weeks ago or so. So I'm with you, Angela, on the +3 with the Jets.
All right, Jets, Jets. My second pick is going to be Saints +3.5 at Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Who would have thought at the beginning of the season we would say both teams have losing records? That's incredible. The Saints have had the Bucs number the last 2 years, and the Bucs are not as strong this year. With both teams struggling, getting 3.5 points could go a long way. Geaux, Saints. Go Saints. Do you have any comments, Kevin?
Yeah, I'm going to have to go against you on this one, Angela. The Saints are 1-4 across the spread on the road, with the average loss being about 10 points this year. And with Tampa Bay at 5-6, a chance to get back to 500, they'll really be able to get their season back on track per se. As an added piece of information, the Bucks have finished 6 of 7 of the last games with the under, so I think it'll be a low-scoring game. But still, I think Tampa Bay will go ahead and cover the 3.5.
All right. Do you have any comments, Elgato?
I do. The Saints. I'm going to take the Saints plus 3.5. That's a full touchdown. I know they're on the road against Tampa. Both teams under 500. I mean, the whole division is under 500, and I think this is a game where if the Saints want to stay competitive in that division, this is a must-win on the road. The Saints' average score last 5 games is about 20-18, with the Saints averaging 18, giving away 20. So I'm going to go with the averages on this one. I think Kamara, won't have the poor showing he had against the 49ers his last game. Fumbling twice. Once, I believe, was in the red zone, cost them, and that other fumble cost them field position. But I'm going to go with the Saints plus 3.5. I think they can. Do well against Tampa. Tampa may still have a stinger regarding their last game against the Browns. I'll take the Saints plus 3.5.
All right. Do you have a third pick for us, Kevin?
Yes, I do. I like Detroit -1 at home against the Jaguars. I feel that they've been very competitive here lately in the last, 4 games or so. The last 4 games, they've had 10 days off since their last game, so they've had ample opportunity to rest. And I think Jaguars' luck is going to run out. Basically, they did, beat the Raiders about 3 weeks ago, but before that, they had lost. 6 in a row, and then of course they lost to the Chiefs. So I just think it's Detroit's time. It's a -1 at home, so they have the same record. So I'm confident that Detroit will win it by at least 1.
All right. Do you have any comments on that, Elgato?
I do. I'm going to go with Kevin on this one, but the game has just turned to a pick'em, so that's even better. I'll put the Lions on a pick'em at home. They're 7-4 against the spread. Jacksonville comes in at 4-7 against the spread. Although Jacksonville won last week, they spent a lot of luck winning that game. I think maybe Ravens giving away that one. But the Lions, the last 4 or 5 weeks have been playing some really good ball on both sides of the line of scrimmage. Defensively, you got Hutchinson and a few other the younger players, kind of. Giving the veterans, some hope that they can, at least be competitive and even come out winners in the game. So Lions all the way on this one. I'll pick them to win.
All right. Well, my thought on this is I'm going to go with the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jaguars had a great win over the Ravens last week, which actually cost me. I should be a hater right now, but Lions lost to the Bills also. Jags will win a competitive game in this one. They both played good teams last week, but the Lions found a way to lose, and the Jags found a way to win. So I'll take the team with the momentum and getting the points. Go Jacksonville Jaguars.
Interesting, yeah.
All right. Do you have a 4th and 5th pick for us, Elgato?
I do. This pick I have picked up Browns versus Houston at Houston. I'm going to get the Browns here at -7, better at -6.5. Houston is really playing some awful football right now. They may be the worst team in the NFL, in my opinion. Maybe. Well, according to a lot of the sports services out there, they are just an awful team. Somehow they just can't find a rhythm either offensively, to put some points on the board, or even defensively to stop either the run game or the passing game of the opponent. The Browns should dominate in the run game. I think Chubb is going to, at least he should, really establish the running game and eat some clock and score some points. And I know Deshaun will be starting, I believe, the last I read, maybe yesterday, that he's the starter. If not, Brissett will come in and continue his solid play. I think this should be like a 10-point win for the Browns. I think -7 is safe, -6.5 even safer. Go Browns.
All right. Do you have any comments on this game, Kevin?
Yeah, this is going to be the third pick that Felix and I disagree on here. I'm going to go with Houston. I think if there's ever a time when like the executives will try to tell the coaches and players that they really, really, really need to get a win, this is the game. And the thing is, with a win, they'll get a better pick from Cleveland, because then Cleveland will have a worse record. I think Deshaun's going to be rusty, and it would probably be better if Brissett actually played and started. And also, I think, the Texans, yes, terrible team, terrible teams. A lot of times we'll get at least 2 wins in a season. I'm thinking they're going to get at least 2 wins this year, and the only likely chances for the rest of the year would be the last 2 weeks versus Jacksonville and Indy. And so for this game, I just think, I don't know, the Houston players are going to somehow try to show some pride and really beat the team that they've been circling probably the whole year. And that's what I think.
Yeah. I'm with you on this one, Kevin. Deshaun Watson is returning to Houston, so it is my understanding that he is playing. The Texans want to pounce on Watson. They want to prove a point, and so I think they're going to be really hard attacking Watson in this game. I think Deshaun Watson will be stiff, no pun intended, having not played in a year.
Never know, he's in Houston again.
That's true, but I'll take Houston. I will take Houston. I will buy up 0.5 point to 7.5. So I will take the Texans in this game.
Nice.
All right. Do you have a fifth pick for us, Elgato?
I do. I've got the Giants at home against the Washington team. Giants, have been not playing so well here lately, last 3 or 4 weeks, but they're 8-3 against the spread. Washington 7-4 against the spread, so they're both playing some good ball against the spread. They both are competitive teams as well. Both teams do need to win to stay up or keep up with the Cowboys and the Eagles in that division. This is a division game. It's in New York. New York's getting +2.5 at home with the division game. The Washington team, they haven't had a bye week. I looked at their schedule earlier. Doesn't seem like they've had one. The Giants have had some extra time off since the Thanksgiving game. 3-4 days extra is a lot, especially this time of year when a lot of players are tired and hurt, physically hurt, not but hurt, but physically. And I think the coaches for the Giants, with this extra time, can prepare for this Washington team that seems to be clicking both offensively and defensively. But, giving away 2.5 points to a Giants team has played well most of the year, I think it's a solid pick for me. Giants +2.5. If you can buy it up to 3 and make it a solid field goal, that's even better for me.
All right. Do you have any thoughts on this game, Kevin?
Yes, Angela. Elgato, I believe, is on the money here. I really do think a lot of the things that he said are going to happen as far as them being at home, division game. They have lost 3 of the last 4, and of course the Commanders have won 6 of the last 7. But again, I think it's time for the Giants to get back to where they were before. I don't think it was a fluke in the beginning part of the season. I think they just kind of got figured out a little bit by the Lions and, of course, the Cowboys recently. But, yeah, I'm with Elgato. I believe +2.5 is the way to go here. And like you said, if you could move on up to 3, that'd be great.
Yeah, I'm with y'all on this one. I'll take the Giants plus 2.5. As of right now, both teams would be in the playoffs, which is crazy to think about. I mean, it used to be NFC least, but now they're the NFC beast. So the loser of this game could be on the outside looking in. I think Saquon Barkley will regain his form, propelling the Giants to a win. I'll take the Giants.
Very good. Yeah, I think you made a good point. The team that loses this game is going to be, they might as well just call it a year. They're going to be on the outside.
Pack it up. Pack it up, baby.
Pack it up.
All right. Do you have any bonus bets for us, Elgato?
I have one bonus bet, and it's going to be the game tonight. Bills at Patriots. I'm going to take the Bills -4. I think Josh Allen is getting much healthier, at least that's from all reports I've read. His arm and elbow are right at about 100%, so he may be able to throw it from sideline to sideline like he normally does. Defensively, I think the Patriots are maybe slightly better than the Bills. Bills, though, to me, they've got to get back to playing winning football. Trying to, secure home field advantage because, the Kansas City Chiefs are not going to slow down at all. So this is a must-win for the Bills. It's a must-win for both teams. I think the Bills, though, more so, for the expectations they have for the remainder of the year, being a Super Bowl contender. I'll take the Bills -4.
All right. Do you have any comments on that game, Kevin?
Well, I'm going to have to agree with Elgato. I really think that the Bills are going to put it to the Patriots tonight. They haven't played them yet this year, and I think they really want to show them who the power is in the AFC East. And, there's not going to be any kind of a snowstorm like there was last year when Mac Jones completed 2 out of 3 passes. And so I think Josh Allen's going to be able to throw the ball around. Even though New England has a really good defense, I think he'll get back on track.
Yeah, I will go with you guys on this one. I think the Bills' defense definitely needs to win this game. The defense is going to be tested, especially with Von Miller being out. So I struggle with this one, but I will go with y'all and take the Bills. So go Bills.
We appreciate it, Angela. Karma's always good.
Yeah, sounds good. All right, Kevin, do you have any bonus bets for us, Kevin?
Yeah, I'm going to go with Green Bay -3.5 at Chicago. I don't know. It just seems like Green Bay owns the Bears, and this is really, do or die. Of course, maybe the second or third do or die now for the Packers, but for sure, they're 4-8, and if they don't win, they have no chance whatsoever. And Rodgers, I think, is at a point to where, again, he really wants to prove that he can still do it. There's been some rumblings about, hey, let's go ahead and let Jordan Love go ahead and get the reps now once we're eliminated. And I know that with Rodgers' pride, there's no way he wants to be eliminated. He's going to try to push that off as long as he can. There's not going to be any really rain or snow. Just partly cloudy as far as the weather conditions, so he should be able to throw it around a little bit, although he hasn't had a real good connection with many of his receivers, except for Watson in the last couple games. Not the last game, but the one before that. So I think Green Bay -3.5 at Chicago is what I'd go with.
All right. Do you have any thoughts, Elgato?
Yeah, I like that pick, and Kevin's right. Green Bay does own Chicago. Rodgers said that himself last year. He told the crowd, "I own you." So I guess they do.
If he says it.
More serious note, more seriously, Green Bay I think needs to win this one, as Kevin says. Otherwise, they are out of it. Just like we spoke about the Giants and the Washington
Saints. Yeah.
Yeah, whoever. Well, we know the Bears are out of it. Green Bay will certainly be out if they lose. They'll be the more desperate team playing with more urgency, I feel. So 3.5 I think is a good spot for Green Bay to cover. I'll take Green Bay on this one.
Yeah, I'll go with you on this one as well. I think Rodgers is hurt, but so is Fields. He's hurting as well. So with that being equal, I would take Rodgers. I've always said I'm not a Packers fan, but you never count Rodgers out. So I will go with you guys on this pick. And Green Bay Packers winning this game -3.5, I believe, is what Kevin quoted.
Yeah.
All right. Do y'all have any other comments?
I don't, other than saying, once again, it's going to be another great NFL weekend. I hope we have some good football. I hope our picks, turn out the way we've analyzed them and evaluated them. I know we put a lot of work into this podcast and picking these games. Several hours of analyzing, going through paperwork, data. I know we all do that, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit.
And maybe a few beers in between. But yeah, just, there's nothing better than the NFL. NFL Sundays, best league, best sport around. So yeah, looking forward to another good NFL weekend, NFL Sunday.
All right. Any final comments, Kevin?
Yeah, Angela, I just appreciate you inviting me to attend your podcast. I really have enjoyed listening to it over the season, and it's helped me actually to evaluate and make some picks and some of my bets and picks in a pool league that I'm in. And once again, I appreciate you having me. Very enjoyable with yourself and Elgato this week. And hope you ask me to come back again. Thank you.
Sounds good. Thanks,
Great.
Kevin, again for being with us today. Thank you for listening to 5 Picks and a Chick. Be sure to tell your friends about us. Also, hit the subscribe and like button on our YouTube channel. Again, Kevin, thanks for being with us this
You're
week.
welcome. My pleasure.
Thank you. Make sure to join us next week. As always, thank you to Elgato for being part of 5 Picks and a Chick. 1, 2, 3, break.